and the Jets would love to trade back. They'd be open to that. It would be right up their alley. But Mort threw out a scenario earlier in the day on Wednesday where he said, what if ultimately the Seattle Seahawks decide to trade Russell Wilson to one of these teams? I mean, we eliminated Kyler Murray from one, and what if you throw, unlikely, but what if you throw Russell Wilson in that mix? Then it's another shakeup on the quarterback situation, and the dominoes would go in
insane.
directions
And
that
again,
we don't even know.
the jumping off point there is that Russell Wilson wants a new deal, and he has given the team an April 15th deadline.
So
presumably, if they don't get a new deal done, then you got 10 days before the draft, and you never know. I mean, it's not likely, but certainly plausible. At this point, you don't know.
I wouldn't say anything is unlikely.
No, I don't think anything at this point is off Thomas's departure. So, Sheffy, what do you see Seattle trying to do in this draft?
Well, Wendy, listen, Seattle has 4 draft picks, only 4 picks. So when we say, what do we see Seattle doing in this draft, I see them wanting to get more picks. Now, what's the easiest way to get more picks? Well, you have your quarterback. Now, again, as unthinkable as that is, that April 15th day looms out there and is going to create an interesting dynamic for this franchise, because if they can't get a long-term deal done with Russell Wilson, then if you're the Seahawks, you have to say, do we want to keep him, or do we want to entertain the idea of dealing him? Now, keep in mind, they won the Super Bowl when Russell Wilson was on his rookie contract, when they were able to pay defensive players, when they ran the football. Well, now they have Chris Carson, who they believe in. They've got Rashad Penny, last year's first-round draft choice, who they believe in. They can run the football. They may say, you know what? As great as Russell Wilson is, and he may be in the Hall of Fame one day, as much as we love him, and he means as much to this team and city as anyone in our organization, maybe there's a team out there that's willing to give up enough to get him. If they can't get him signed to a long-term deal by April 15th, the deadline that Russell Wilson imposed. And by the way, the two sides are not close to a deal right now. So that issue is coming to a head here in the next 10 days.
April 15th, the deadline, if you will, and then April 25th, the draft. So either way you look at it.
Crazy.
Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, trading Odell Beckham Jr. is crazy. Trading Khalil Mack's crazy.
Yeah,
No doubt.
OBJ.
Seahawks are picking in the 20s here. I know we were talking to the hallway here. Our producer, Jeff Collette, was with you. You have an interesting thought of the Seahawks.
Yeah, I just said, oh, by the way, don't be surprised if, before it's all said and done, when we line up for the season next year, if Russell Wilson isn't quarterbacking somewhere else, and the Seahawks haven't gone and gotten a quarterback they think for the future. Just the way he gave the deadline, he's been a tremendous player there for him. But, to me, that gives just enough ammo for the fans out there to not really like that, and enough for the Seahawks to maybe do what they've done with, jettisoning some of their other players before they overpay. And, they like to run it. They like to play defense. I just wouldn't be shocked. It wouldn't be out of the question for me to see the Seahawks do that.
I think that would shock